So Neil, it must have been quite a disappointing game to look at. There was brief spells, but what was your overall opinion on the game?
Didn't think there was much in the game, to be fair. Overall, they're good at what they do. Thought the 80 midfield for them was very good. But yeah, we don't do the basics right. You've seen the difference. I've just been speaking to the players about when their defenders are heading the ball, it's going 40, 50 yards. When we're heading it, it's landing in the middle of the pitch, so they can play the next ball over the back of us. Generally, we got back in the game, scored a good goal. Didn't create enough again, but I thought once the subs came on, we got a bit more impetus. But we got, but nobody really wanting to get in there and score a goal, and then we give a sloppy second goal away, and then we've probably been on top again in terms of the ball. And Finn came on, and Belly came on, Skaz came on, Owen. And we looked a threat, but when I say a threat, we didn't look a goal-scoring threat. We had plenty of the ball, and probably, if on the day we could have got something out the game. Certainly not won the game, but the thing is, we don't do the basics right, and the basics is what's cost us, throughout the season, not just today. That I see things, and obviously fans watching the game, but I'm seeing, I see the little things in terms of what the basics are in the game, what they did really well. When their centre-half heads it goes 40 yards. Ours are landing in the middle of the pitch. When their forwards are attacking the ball, they're getting across near post, someone's going far post. So it's little things like that, that's the difference in these games.
Yeah, it must have been difficult to have a game plan for it to unravel in the first 10 minutes, and then at half time obviously you had to have a talk to the players, and you got what you wanted in the form of an equaliser, like a rare goal away from home. But then that was kind of undone by a really well taken goal by one of the substitutes. After that, you kind of threw as many players as you could at the situation to try and solve it. What kind of attitude did you see from the players following the equaliser?
The second goal was terrible. A great finish by the kid, by the way. But you can't just walk through the middle of the pitch. It's a big diagonal. He has a free shot. And that's the difference. How often do you see that with us? Against teams, you very rarely see it. The way we get them opportunities, and that's the bits that I'm talking about, the basics that I'm talking about. I don't think you can doubt the efforts of the team. I thought, particularly midfield, Whelan outstanding. I thought, Caden coming in for his first game, very good. Harvey worked socks off. Skaz came on, done well. So I don't think generally they played. I thought they worked really hard, but we can't defend the way we did. And we've got to cause them more problems at the top of the pitch.
You obviously had to make a lot of decisions going into the game with players leaving, players coming in. Some players you already knew, some players coming from a youth system. You went with Jaden in the end, but then at half time you brought on Chris Doyle. Was that an injury or was that a strategic decision?
That was an injury. Josh Wardle, I think, seen towards the end of the first half, he was struggling with a foot or an ankle injury. So obviously Chris is centre back and coming back from injury. So just a straight swap really for an injured player.
And we've got obviously we're in probably the final third of the season possibly, and every win we started going with cliches like must wins. We've got not just the home game against Buxton coming up, but we've got difficult away trips, including a Tuesday night at Oxford coming up next month. What do you want to see different from the players than you saw today?
Well, I don't think it's just today, is it? I think we've competed well. We mustn't forget we're a Kings Lynn full-time team away from home. So I'm not too disappointed in terms of the effort and commitment to the players. It's the basics, it's the basics that we've been getting wrong. The fine margins in games of what's cost us. You look at the goal, the first goal. We've got 2 or 3 yards on him. We've let him get in behind us, good pull back, finish. Then we get back in the game. Second goal, he walked through the middle of the pitch, big diagonal, 3 shots. I mean, forget the third goal really, because we're pushed on with only playing with 2 at the back, trying to get something out the game. So don't worry too much. And I think sometimes the third goal going in makes the scoreline look far worse than what it actually was. I think it was a tight game. Personally, I think I'm fairly honest on here, but we didn't create enough. But that's been us. But what we did do, I thought later on when Scarisbrick came on and when Bell came on in particular, we had a different way than we've had before. I think you see Skazzy's landed on a lot of balls off the front, we don't normally do that, and that's why we brought him to the club. And Bell, I thought, was very good with the ball. Got a few great crosses in. Unfortunately, them great crosses probably to the people watching the game don't look like great crosses. But a centre forward has got to make a great cross, and too many times, we don't anticipate, balls that are coming in the box. He's tight to the touch line or he's tight to the byline. He ain't going to whip a ball with spin to the back post. He's probably going to go near post, and we've got to be able to anticipate that. And that's where we're falling short. We're falling short in the basics. I can't knock them for effort. We've come once it's gone 2-1. It's been generally us on the ball without creating. You might say they didn't let us have the ball. We kept regaining the ball back, and we were getting the ball wide, and we were getting at them. We just don't. I'm not saying we don't create. I think we put enough ball. We put not enough balls, because you never put enough balls in the box. I think we put balls in the box, but you need people to make them balls look better than what they are, or make them look good balls. And we don't have that at the moment. And but as I say, I can't knock the effort.
You mentioned then that you want people to be connecting to those balls, and I'm sure you're sick to the back teeth of getting told about certain players that you want to get in, and it was rumoured that you had bids rejected for certain players. Is a centre forward sort of the final piece of the puzzle that you're working on, or do you feel like the midfield and the defence are more or less complete, and it's just that one player that you're just trying to search for in the rough?
Well, I think when you're down there, you think you've solved one puzzle, and another puzzle brings itself. I think midfield wise we're okay. I'm happy with the midfield lads now. Defensively, I thought we were poor today. I thought we were really poor. Thought we lacked intensity. Josh Amami's not a centre forward, but he gave our lads a tough time, and we've got to be better defensively, and in forward areas again. Our overall play's got to be better, to give them a chance. But you've got to have some more. We've got to have desire to want to get in there and put the ball in the net. As I say, you've seen Kings Lynn today play with a midfielder up front, so we can't blame. We can't blame just in terms of we haven't got this or we haven't got that. We've got to want to get in there and do more. And today I think again, I don't know how many Marine fans were here, but incredible to travel down here in January, absolutely freezing. It was great credit to them. Got right behind the team. I could hear them all the way through the game. It's a big thank you to them, because they keep going, and I think they see that that there's commitment from everybody in trying to get results. Tough places to come. Don't get me wrong, they always are away from home in this league. But we have to do the basics right in games, because you get punished at this level.
Thanks a lot, Neil.